what we do to prepare for calving here. She's a little light, so I mean it's a huge pill, and it's a calcium supplement, and you use a gun, you put it in a gun, you have to stick it down their throat and drop it in their stomach. Good morning, I am Dustin Aleman. This is Aleman Family Homestead. Our hope for this channel is that you're able to pick up a tip, a trick, a golden nugget to help you on your homesteading journey. If that is the case, go ahead and hit subscribe. Keep bringing those comments, feedback. Love the comments, love the feedback. Give us a thumbs up. Appreciate each and every one of you. Today, we couple of things I wanna look at. We last video, I believe I had the kids, the young kids. I had AZ and Henley helping me bring this chicken tractor up. Natalie was out yesterday. She's tidying this up. It's about 95% complete. We've got a few things here and there. We got to patch up these holes, and we're thinking about adding another tarp here just to give them more cover. In the past, we have not. We've had a tarp here and here, and then airflow. Or actually, I think we did a tarp in the middle and then airflow on the ends. It doesn't matter. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna house our ducks in this. Let me back up. Long-term goal is we're gonna have the ducks with the hens. They're still a little too small, so we want to get them oriented a little bit, but number one, we got to get them out of the high tunnel because we have turkeys coming this week, and then we got another batch of hens coming next week. So we need to get the goose out of the high tunnel. So the thought was, let's get the goose, let's get the ducks out of the high tunnel. We'll put them in this tractor. We'll put them in here. We can just move the tractor in here, and they'll have plenty of space. I mean, when we raise turkeys and meat chickens, this is how we raise them. And we give them a patch of grass for a day, and we move the tractor every single day. So they're on a fresh set of grass every single day. I think they're just too small yet to commingle them with these girls. We don't know. We don't know what that looks like. Again, this is the first time we've raised ducks, so not quite sure how that's gonna pan out. So anyhow, just doing some patchwork on this. We'll get that in here. They'll be ready to go when these poults show up here. They should be showing up any day now. You helping Mama?
Yep.
What's so silly? All right, so these hens are doing great. They're doing their job. This is the second week on this paddock, I think. Did we just move them Saturday? Oh, never mind. This is their first week. First week. And they've done a pretty decent job. The one thing I noticed is we are running out of kelp. We're out of kelp. So usually we have kelp and dolomite in there, so we need to refill that. Otherwise, all good. Okay, so on to the pigs. We'll go check these ducks. Evie's doing her thing. She's been really good with the ducks. And then we've got basic H. So Natalie's got some basic H in this bowl here. Again, we don't, I don't really measure it. I just kind of get a scoop of it. So a couple of things. We got to head out to these cows. It's been a minute since I brought you out to the cows. Bring you out for a cow update. We're gonna clean out their water. So we'll do a nice deep clean on their trough. And you can hear these pigs are getting aggressive with this food. We'll do a clean out on the trough, put some basic H in, and then what I was talking about earlier is the day that AZ and Henley helped me bring the tractor out. I was talking about wanting to get these cows out on this pasture because it was so long. So we got them out that afternoon. So they've been out there that afternoon. 2 days, so about 2.5 days. This is the third day. We'll go take a look at what they've done. Get some basic H out there, give you an update on them. They're getting ready to calve, so we got to do some things moving forward to make sure that they calve well and we don't run into any issues. So I'll chat about that here in a minute too. pig is. I love it. It's fine, I got you. Come here. You're fine. I'm gonna touch it. Oh.
They're getting noodles? They're getting noodles.
They're getting old noodles.
They love the noodles.
Alright, let's check on these ducks and Petunia. Did she lay us an egg? No? Filling up the water. She just makes disgusting every other day. These ducks are doing great. They're getting big. We have like one tiny one. So funny how they move in packs. We're excited. We're excited for these ducks. Excited for these ducks to start producing eggs. Petunia is still laying eggs. She's giving us an egg about every other day, which is great. So Nat and Evie bring this grass in. The ducks and the goose appreciate that. They'll come over and eat it. And Petunia's feisty. She bites Evie until she pets her or brings her grass. So all good, all good. A couple more days in the high tunnel, and then we'll get them back out on fresh grass. Get this ready. You can see Natalie brought the brooder. We're gonna set the brooder up over in this corner. We were thinking about it. I don't know why. We just weren't thinking. The last couple of years we've had the brooder up on this corner, right where there's a possibility for predators to come in. We just weren't thinking. So we now have a fence on the outside of this. There's an electric fence. Nothing's gonna get in here, but at the end of the day, setting up the brooder over here furthest away from any opportunity for a predator to get in is probably the best solution. Our other thought, we haven't really talked this through yet, was leaving Petunia in here. Setting up a net. We can set up an electric net here to keep Petunia on this side. Have her in here for an alarm. And then keep all the poults and chicks over here. And then Petunia's on this side. So if something comes in or gets through the electric net, Petunia's here. She's our sound alarm here. So that's a thought as well. We don't know. We need to kind of chat that through. Okay, so we've got this basic H. We're gonna head out to the cows, do this basic H. I'll chat about that here in a second. Okay, basic H, basic H. So what is basic H? It's a biodegradable soap from Shackley's. So Shackley's Basic H. They do not claim that this is a wormer. That's not what this is. We picked this up from Joel Soliton. Joel Soliton uses Basic H, Shackley's Basic H, in his water for a natural wormer for his cows. We don't do deworm shots or any of that stuff with our animals. Everything is natural. So we use Shackley's Basic H. It's funny because it's soap. So you put it in the water and these cows are over here with soapy beards. First few days that we've got this going. So we're gonna get that going. And then I'll talk about what we do to prepare for calving here. So you can see this gets pretty dirty. I mean, the sun hits it and we get algae. So anytime we do the Shackley's, we do it every other month, so every 2 months. All right, so nice and clean. I'm gonna go grab that Basic H, throw it in, you'll see it suds up. Here's that Basic H, soap. Okay, so I wanted to chat a little bit about what we do to prepare for these cows. So you can see Annabelle, so she's a low producer. So she doesn't have big udders. Mary, our first cow, I mean, her udders were huge. She's a little light, so I know that doesn't look like a lot, but that's a lot. I mean, she's firming up. We dried her off, I don't know, a month or so ago. Yeah, about a month ago, because we like to dry off about 60 to 90 days prior to calving. So on a Jersey, on very high milk producers like Jerseys, again, she's not a high producer, she's still a Jersey, so they are susceptible to milk fever. Mary, our first cow, when she calved our very first calf, we did not do what I'm about to talk about, and she had milk fever. We got very lucky. I think we could have lost her, but thankfully we got on it and we supplemented the calcium supplement. So we use it's Bolvac or Bolvic. It's a Bolvacalc. See, I don't even know what it's called. Bolvacalc. Bolvacalc, it's a bolus. I mean, it's a huge pill. It's like this big. I mean, it's a huge pill. And it's a calcium supplement. And you use a gun, you put it in a gun, you have to stick it down their throat and drop it in their stomach so that they don't regurgitate it. And then it dissipates or whatever and gives them a calcium boost. We do that 1 to 2 weeks before they calve. And then immediately after they calve, within a couple of days, we'll do another one. So we are overly cautious now. Like I said, with Mary, we didn't do it before she calved. We came out, she definitely had milk fever. I mean, it's crazy. She was just laying there. She looked very stoned. Her eyes were like half closed. It was very, very scary. And then we got that calcium bolus in her, and she was fine. She recovered. So since then, we don't even mess with it. We do the bolus 2 weeks prior and immediately after calving. We've never had milk fever issues since. There is also we've tried this in the past too. I don't like it. It's like a cream, a calcium cream. We used to feed them alfalfa flakes to get them in the stanchion. We don't do that anymore. And we actually did some grain for a while, which we really wanted to get away from, and we don't do that anymore. But the only way I can see that cream working is if you spray it on their grain and they eat the grain or the alfalfa. We tried it once, it was a mess. I felt like they only got 50% of it. I don't like it. As much as I dislike sticking that bolus down their throat because it's a pain in the butt, I always come out injured because these cows are huge. I mean, you got to grab around their head, open their mouth, stick this gun all the way down their mouth. They're fighting you and gagging and trying to, I mean, it's a lot of work. These are strong animals. I usually come out, I've got carpal tunnel and everything else, and I'm hurting the next day or so. I would much rather go through that knowing that they're getting the calcium that they need to survive rather than just squirting some calcium stuff on there hoping that they get enough. It's just so much easier. So we're gonna do that on all three. We've got Annabelle, Maybelle, and June. We're gonna have to do these boluses on all three of them here in the next week or so. Probably not this weekend, but next weekend we'll probably do that. I need to look at the calendar. So we'll bring you along for that as well. Yeah, Nat and Nevi were just saying you could see the baby there on the right side. It's dropping right here on this right side. Yep, big ball.
Yeah.
That is good. Are they all soapy? Yeah. Yep, so they got soapy mouths. Let me see. Cows walking around with soapy beards. Every time we do this first day or two, you got cows walking around with suds on their beards. And June's going to town on this A. I'll tell you what, this A supplement, they've been going through this like crazy. I just refilled this 2 days ago. Oh yeah, there's plenty in there still. BBC, they usually go through BBC and A like crazy. That's the BBC. And then right before they calve, they go through C. They haven't hit that yet. This is the C. They've been licking at it a little bit, but usually within a week or so before calving, this is gone. They're hitting that C like crazy. All right, I'm gonna walk through here. Like I said, these cows have been out on this pasture. I've talked about this multiple times, but this was the absolute worst part of our pasture when we moved here It has since become one of the better parts of our pasture just because of the way we've been farming over the past 6 years. We have ran hogs, we've ran hens, we've ran meat chickens, the turkeys, we've disturbed it, we laid some seed, we let the dormant seed come through, and rotationally grazing the cows behind them. This has quickly become arguably the best section of grass on our land. And they've been doing okay, but my goodness, there's still just really long grass out here. You can see there's tons of grass. We got them out here. The reason I got them out here is I do not want this to seed. Once it starts to seed, it becomes bitter, and then they don't want to eat it. But you can see they've done a pretty good job at 2.5 days. I'm gonna leave them out here for couple more days until they can really mow this down, and then I will get them off of this, let this rest for a number of weeks, and then we'll hit it again, maybe once or twice again. Yeah, like right here, you can see they've just gone to town. They've really gone to town on this. I mean, this stuff was so long, and this is kind of what our front yard looked like when we pulled them off, but there's so much grass over here. I know I get very excited about this, but this was non-existent when we moved it. This was all weeds, all of it. And you can see, hi baby. Hi. Hello. You can see just how amazing this grass has come in over the years. So very cool. Very cool to see. All right, we are going to call it a day today. As always, appreciate each and every one of you. Our hope for this channel is that you are able to pick up a tip, a trick, a golden nugget to help you on your homesteading journey. If that is the case, please hit subscribe. Give us some comments, give us a thumbs up. Keep bringing that feedback. Appreciate each and every one of you. We will catch you next time.